I don't know, like, I wasn't even recording. Yeah, so I was talking about like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, how the Pharisees are giving us this religion. I don't know what the hell this creepy ass thing is. It's a big blob of something. See that thing? I don't know what that is, bro. We're gonna get to it, but oh gosh, it's scaring me though. I had to move a lot of stuff to get this. It's gonna be a little bit. But I think it stopped recording. I had a whole long spiel. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this on a. It's just pathetic. But anyway, so yeah, like they went from the media was trying to crucify Kyle, and then now that the hundreds. The millions of people were the ones who are standing up. There's whistleblowers who have been killed. There's people in jail. That's what happened with the Rittenhouse thing. And now, we're not going to give them any credit. We want to continue to persecute them. Now we're saying, Rittenhouse is the woke superstar. He was just like the Hollywood heroes, and he's our hero now. That's what the media is saying. There's only the rhino media. We only have the one. Even the alternative media is touting that same little, thing. And you're seeing that they're not being really, really vigilant. Instead of being the secular rationalist, which is what Moses demanded. You understand? Moses demanded that be a rational secularist. Come on, we're going to have to carry our weight. And with the millions and billions of people doing that, instead we're calling for idolatry. That's what all the alternative media is doing. And when I say all the alternative media, you can't disagree with them. They're going to censor you. And to see how hard the censorship is, you see that's just the Pharisees' yeast. It's just the Pharisees' media. They're censoring everybody. This is creepy. I'm scared. Look at that. Where are we at? This one. I want to get close to you. I smell something. There's all this fucking gassy stuff floating around here anyway. Lately, I don't know what it is, but it's also it's like the stand. I don't know if I can touch anything here. Let me get something to poke. Poke that. What's that? Yeah, so let's see what the hell's going on here. It's just probably like insulation or something. So this is like something like an animal making a burrow and put this little here to warm himself up a little bit. But I don't really think the animal. They're starting to see like this little thing is a little too perfect. You see this little mat of stuff right there? I didn't get to it yet. I want to get to it, but I shouldn't even try to touch this. I don't want to disrupt this until I find out what is all around. But like I said, in the front side, there was like a little black cloth flap that you couldn't even see. And it was covering a little hole, like a flap doorway, so they can crawl in and crawl out. And I saw it that was going in. I'm like, oh, look at that. There's a whole little black mat, and it's like a little door that they built. But do they have the possum do that? Maybe. But to me, there's I've seen plenty of little oddities out in the woods and places where it's like you can see it's like paradimensional anomalous stuff going on. But there's several people whom I can claim to be those faith folk with its strange anomalous encounters with them, what they say, what they do, how they behave. And I was saying about how Moses went into the spirit, because he was talking about calling the Israelites for secular humanism. They'd go out in the desert and they had to be civil and rational, and that, not idol worshiping and sorcery and this and that. And if the millions of people do their diligence, that's what we need. It calls for. But instead we have all the religious Pharisees calling for idolatry and sorcery, all of them. See, all the alternative media is doing the same thing as the mainstream media, and it's only rhinos, and you can't disagree with them because they're going to censor you. It's very serious matter. And we have to start to take account. Anybody who wants to censor the people on these accounts, they want to give us Santa Claus instead of they want to give us the rational humanism, secular humanism that Moses and Jesus prescribed. Jesus prescribed that. He didn't prescribe, now you can just be a Hollywood superstar. Forget about it. Just do you and you'll be good. Not at all. Not at all. And the Bible is very clear about that right to the end in the book of Revelations, or right in Enoch, or in all of Genesis. But the people give it the Pharisees, take on it, and you're not going to argue with these people. It's pure narcissism. It's pure narcissism. And you can just, I want to make videos on, like, show you, here's the narcissists on their censored forums, listen to their words, and go, see, it's complete cognitive dissonance. They're complete hypocrites. They're devaluing anybody who's not worshiping the devil. They devalue anybody not worshiping the devil. And you go, do you see that? This is just all the secular leftists. Because they're not secular humanists, they're not civil rationalists. They are the cognitively dissonant spirits of the Pharisees, the same as the Pharisees, drunk of the wine of Jezebel. And explain this all day long, but 100% of these people will censor you. They will censor you. They will troll you. Then they're gonna censor you, and they're gonna start smearing you. They're gonna slander you. They're gonna put their words in your mouth and then attack you violently. And seek to do harm to you. They're going to seek to do violence to you. That's what they do, and it's serious. Like, wow. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this. It's going to take a little bit of I'm going to take some of these other side things off first, but I'm going to stop the video right there. I'm going to continue. I'm going to pause it. What I do want to point out, though, is that if you look at the way that this is stacked, it's not like this was put together when the construction workers, were bulldozing or doing whatever, because it's too particular. You have like this little guy here, and then this little guy here, and if you looked at the way it was stacked, it was arranged much more meticulously. And we'll even see that, like that little rock right there. That's a material. They just plopped the garbage and they kept dumping it, and this is how it settled. I would argue no. I would argue otherwise. This is much more deliberately arranged with, exactly, it's that little thing right there. That could have easily been dragged in there by some possum or, raccoon or some skunks, because maybe, they have a sense that they want to be warm, they want to be protected from the rain. But then there's a little bit of, and all the other strangeness too, it's all one and the same. When you realize, when you do, I don't know if the video cut out, but if you talk about like lucid dreaming, you notice what the, biomechanics. I don't know if this got recorded or not, but there was like a thing like this, like I was gonna say, like, this is, if you have the spiritual interface to do it, you can go and then a door opens. But I can't do this because it's just a piece of wood. So I go like this, and I don't have the spiritual interface to do it. But if someone in the spirit interface, they can go like this, and then like a portal will open. That's the world we live in. Like, no, it isn't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'm saying that's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, we live in this world with avatars. There's some kind of miasma coming out of here. And like I say, the sense of the smell and stuff. But I'm gonna keep clearing this out, and I'm gonna see what we get. What was it?